Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this afternoon's webinar brought to you by People Management Industry Insight in partnership with Halogen Software. I'm Catherine Newbury, Deputy Editor of People Management Magazine, and today we're talking job evaluations. During the next hour, we'll explore what job evaluation means in today's world of work, as HR is increasingly using them to ensure employees are productive, engaged, and equipped with the right skills for the future. We'll be looking at good practice for carrying out job evaluations and how they can help build a more effective talent management strategy. Joining me today is Sam Sales, who some of you might know as People Management's resident HR fixer. Hi, Sam.
Hi, Catherine. Thanks.
And also we're joined by Anita Bowness from Halogen. Hi, Anita.
Hello.
And together, Sam and Anita will aim to cover how job evaluation has changed, different methods of job evaluation, how to improve the way HR and line managers interact with staff, ways to use job evaluations to design roles and release employee potential, ways to ensure colleagues feel valued and engaged at work, tips for motivating employees, the role of reward and why it matters. There'll also be time to answer your questions during the session, so do send them in or any comments you have as we go along using the form at the bottom of the screen. So before I hand over to Sam for the first part of the session, I'd like to get you involved with a quick poll question. Does your organisation have a job evaluation process in place? Yes, no, or don't know. You should see those options on the screen now. While we're waiting for the results, Sam, what kind of percentage are you expecting to see here?
I'd probably expect to see something, I've got a feeling it might still be quite low, so under 50% I'd expect to see, because I think there's still a traditional feel that it's still used just for pay and setting pay scales rather than the wider opportunity, so potentially under 50%.
Okay, sure, and you should be seeing the results on the screen now. So we're looking at a fairly even split here, but slightly more in the no camp, just a shade over 50%, which is kind of in line with what you predicted, Sam, so good job there. So I think that's a really interesting result, and certainly means that what we're covering today will give our audience a lot of food for thought. So do feel free to send in those questions as we go, and you can also reach us on Twitter with the handle @PM_insight or the hashtag #PMinsight. So now over to Sam for the first of today's presentations.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Catherine. Just very briefly, just to introduce myself before I launch into the presentation. So I'm the Director of Call HR, and we provide a HR support service to businesses. So that's either companies who don't have a HR team, or we provide specialist support on people-related projects and support HR teams, and in particular around areas like this, job evaluation, pay design and reward and engagement. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to give everybody some tips and some pointers around the things that we're thinking about on the job evaluation. Okay, so I'll start off in true tradition, I think, and look at what is job evaluation, and start off with, just a brief explanation. So job evaluation, as a definition, is the process of assessing the content of a job, reference to its core components, skill, effort and responsibility, and for the purpose of placing jobs into the order of a hierarchy. Now, I particularly like this definition because it covers skill, effort, the responsibility, and although organisations potentially are going into flatter structures, there is still a level of hierarchy within organisations, so it just helps to set a good foundation and helps to set perhaps how many levels are needed within an organisation. I think it's important to understand what is and is not job evaluation. It's certainly a structured approach, helps us enable fairness within an organisation, but what it can't do is help us to measure performance of employees.